All right, welcome into the Daily Fix as we do this every single day, not day, but day as well. We got what you need every day right here, 12 o'clock Central. That is Steve Serta in the little box. You see me, Ron Hughley. First thing I need you to do, as I ask every day, go to Foolish Club Media. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Send it to a few people. Tell some people, let's grow this bad boy. If you're watching on Twitter as well, we appreciate you. But the first thing I need you to do is like and subscribe. Foolish Club Media on our YouTube page. Like and subscribe. Again, if you do not, you are causing my children not to be able to eat. So no pressure on that. All right, as we say every day, not gonna hold you long. Really not. I think one of the best things to happen to sports in the last 20, 30 years. I don't understand what they're doing. This doesn't sound like it's going to be a good move. I'll discuss that in a bit. And there's a question of something that is happening at camp with the Chiefs, Serta. And I mean, I need all hands on deck. I just want to lob it out there because I'm not quite sure how the hell I feel about the answer to this question. But before we get there, Steve, I've let this happen, and I do legit feel good about it. I've now, as many Chiefs fans are, as many football fans, and I know you're doing, I am getting every single bit of footage to watch that I can at Chiefs training camp. Every single bit of footage. I'm watching all of it from every aspect, from Foolish Club Media to all over the place. I'm watching it all. And I'm seeing the Rashee Rice, who I know is getting you good and tickled. I'm watching Xavier Worthy, who keeps running away from everybody and looks like they finally drafted the type of guy they've tried to draft for the last several years. And I'm watching Hollywood Brown go up and make a one-handed catch and do things. And you just see all of this, and you see Travis Kelce, and then you see the future great one, Jared Wiley, out there. And you see all of this, and don't laugh. And Isaiah Pacheco and all this. Steve, it's back. It is back. People are going to and are already starting to fear the Chiefs offense like they did in the past. Steve, it's been a couple of years. Even though they had the number one offense 2 years ago, the first year Tyreek was gone, they didn't scare people. They 1,000 cut you. They did things like they get Travis involved in the middle of the field. They just 1,000 cut you. Not a lot of big plays, but they were still able to put up big points and big yards and have the number one overall offense. But it wasn't just a punch in the face. It wasn't a deal of the fear that they used to put in teams. Steve, we watched it. Teams did not want to get down by 2 scores because if they got down by 2 scores, they would never be able to stop the Chiefs enough to win the game. And it was a fight to do that. And we would watch coaches do crazy things to try to stay in the game. And John Harbaugh would riverboat gamble, go for everything on their own end because they didn't want to give the ball up because they feared the Chiefs offense. And I'm telling you, they've got knockout punches now. They didn't have knockout punches. Teams are going to go into games and say, we got to score 30 to win the game. That's not what teams used to have to do. Damn sure not last year. I think it's back with all the weapons they have and the ability that they're going to be able to punch in the face and score in like this instead of have to have 10, 11, 12 play drives and have to have Andy scheme up a lot of stuff. This thing is back. They're going to beat teams off the bus because teams have to play a certain way because they're scared of their offense. Yeah. It's back, baby.
And I still think their defense is going to be pretty good, even though they're a little bit banged up right now. But I'm 100% on board. I think this is legitimately going to be the best offense that they've had since 2018. Like everything on paper is falling in place for this to be one of the best offenses in the NFL again, and like an unstoppable version of the Chiefs offense.
I don't know where they were when it ranked the most 20-plus yard plays. Whatever it is, they got a chance to be number one this year because they've got big playability that they haven't had. All right, I just want to throw this out. I'm legit. Please tweet this, or if you are messaging, please message this. Are we all right with Jon Gruden hanging around the Chiefs camp all week? Legit, Steve. We all right with that? Y'all good? I mean, y'all good with that?
I mean, I don't
think
Andy's going to put Jon Gruden on staff or anything. I think that Andy just does this. He's done it with players in the past. Like he has lots of friends and he likes to rehab people's images and stuff.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, I know he's done it. I know he's done it in the past before, Steve, but this is a little different with Jon Gruden. I mean, first off, why does he have to be in all Chiefs gear? Why does he have to be decked out in all Chiefs gear while he is out here doing this? I don't like that. That's the part that is weird to me. Like, go let him put on his regular ass clothes that he came to Kansas City in. Why does he have to be decked out in Chiefs gear and rolling out like that? And he said, like what Andy said, boy, Jon's a great head coach. He knows offense. I'm just going to say, when Jon came back with the Raiders, it didn't really look like Jon was completely in touch with the current state of offensive football. They looked really old. Like maybe he could give some pointers a little bit, but he could stay his ass away from like Mahomes and some of these other guys and like to pick up pointers. I'm not surprised because Andy is as loyal as anybody, and he'll have his guys out here. I did think maybe let him have his street clothes in there. Maybe it's a little quick to put Jon Gruden out there. But I hope Jon knows his place, Steve. You just watch, man. Shake people's hands. Be the fun charisma Jon Gruden. We don't need you giving points or for you to think like, hey man, let me put my 2 cents in on this offensive play here. Let's try this. Let's calm down, son. But that's my biggest.
Did they just give him Chiefs gear and they were like, you have to put this on? Or did he ask for it?
Yes.
He was like, I want to look like like one of the assistants out here on the field.
I think you're right. I think he demanded it. I think he demanded a pair. And you could see they didn't give him top of the line stuff. They had to scrounge up some in the back, and they got him that number. I don't think unless they gave Jon a locker and they had a bunch of Chiefs gear in there for him. But I mean, it was a strange thing. All right, last thing I want to get to. This sounds like a bad idea. I don't understand this. You remember when Charles Barkley announced on NBA TV that he was going to retire? He said he's not going to go talk to ESPN or NBC. By the way, TNT lost basketball, even though it was reported. We did it on this show. We thought they were going to get it back. They lost basketball. They have signed Charles Barkley to a 10-year, $210 million deal. And they don't have the NBA after this year. This sounds like in your mind, it's like, all right, let's just grab Charles Barkley and we'll just put him on anything. But I don't think that works when you don't have basketball. And Charles is entertaining. They've already said TNT could rebrand Inside the NBA as a studio show, as a bigger show that covers all sports. I don't know that I don't know how much I'm going to be into Charles Barkley talking about the NFL, about baseball, talking about other sports. I don't know. I mean, it may be some clips or whatever, but I'm going to tell you what, after about 2 weeks, and I know Charles doesn't know anything about college basketball when they make him do March Madness. I'm about over Charles. And then this thing goes. So they're paying that man $210 million.
He's not good at staying up with basketball players. I don't really trust that he's watching other sports.
I like when you think about it, like, oh yeah, I like to hear about Charles, but I his strength is obviously covering the NBA and what he does there. And then when he sprinkles in a little bit of other stuff, it's just enough. But if they're about to make him do other things, and why in the hell they pay him $210 million for 10 years? How old is Charles? How did Charles get from retirement 2 weeks ago to a 10-year deal? I don't know, man. This on the surface sounds cool, and I'm not going to sit here and lie and not say I'm going to check it out. But I feel like after about 6 months, this is going to go stale. And it's going to like, all right, I like Charles to talk about the NBA.
Yeah.
And
he's just going
golf.
to turn into Tony Romo because they got him talking about every sport, and he's just going to be bad. I feel like he'll still be entertaining though. Romo's just annoying. Like Romo's,
yeah, there's going to be a clips. Like he's going to say clips, but it's just going to get old. His wheelhouse is basketball. And you just signed him to a 10-year deal for $210 million, and you're not going to have basketball for 9 of the years. It's just strange. All right. That's another edition of the Daily Fix. Hi, Mom and Courtney.